daddies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby, and if you're new here, welcome. But today we are doing what I read in, we're gonna do December and January because December my wrap up was a little small, so I figured it wasn't enough to do its own video. But today we're doing both January and December. January was okay. I read 5 books, which is not bad, right? 5 books or 5 or 6 books, okay? And then I think December I read 2. So it wasn't great, but it was fine. First, what we're gonna start with is that I reread the whole Fourth Wing series, basically. And I was preparing myself for the Onyx Storm not reread, but like I haven't read it when it first came out. So I read it in December and I made a reading vlog about it. I am editing it right now. It's been a while, yes. I reread Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and I read Onyx Storm for the first time. And of course, those 3 books were 5 stars, 100%. Holy fucking shit, yes. It is my favorite all-time, like, romantasy fantasy series ever. I obsessed with that series. I rated each book 5 stars, like I said, and it follows, so if you haven't never read the series, I highly recommend, but it follows this girl named Violet Sorrengail, and the main MNC is Xaden Ryerson. Basically, she lives in Navarre, which in Navarre there's Beth Guyeth Ward College. Her mom is the general, so there are quadrants that you can like be part of. So you get to pick which one you want. So there's the scribe the scribe quadrant, the writer's quadrant, which is the most important one and the coolest one ever, healer's quadrant, and the infantry quadrant. So she grew up training to be in the scribe quadrant because her dad was a scribe, but her siblings, her mom, they were all in the writer's quadrant. So her dad passed away and her mom makes her go into the writer's quadrant. She only trained for it for a little bit of time while these other cadets have been training their whole lives for it. So it's very like high stakes, like you basically pass these things or you die. She also has those like this she's very like weak and fragile. Anything she could like either break a bone, her like sockets come out of place or whatever. But it's very high stakes, and obviously there's still love interest in there, and she's kind of figuring out why this man is the way he is and like why everyone wants to kill her. It's a whole thing. Very high stakes, but there's dragons involved. It's the best book of all time. I highly recommend if you have not read it. It just gets the people going, yeah. So I highly recommend those books, but yes, I rated each book 5 stars. I reread, like I said, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Onyx Storm was great. Anyways, and I also read, because it's been such a huge thing in the book talk community, is I read Heated Rivalry, okay? I wanted to read the book before I watched the show, okay? But I got hooked in too quickly, and I read the book, but I was already like 4 episodes in onto the TV show, and I couldn't like wait any longer. So yes, whatever. If I feel like I would have enjoyed I think the TV show was way better than the book. Hot take, hot opinion, but that's what I think. But I rated that book 3 stars. I know that was a lot of people's favorite book, but the show is way better. If you have not seen it, it's on HBO Max, and they renewed for a 2nd season, but it's not going to be out for a while. And there's probably going to be a 3rd season because she just announced, the author, there's going to be a 3rd book about them. Unrivaled, I think it is. Yes. So good. I rated that book 3 stars. Wasn't my favorite, but it follows this guy named Shane and Ilya. They're rivals, whatever. They meet at like a world championship thing. I don't know. They're both like top 1 and 2 players, like to keep switching spots for that. You know, it goes from there. They flirt with each other, and then they hide their relationship for the like next 10, 15 years, and then whatever. It's so good. The show is so good. The book is really good too. And then when January came along, I found my first 5-star read right away, which I'm so grateful for because hot diggity damn dog. The first book I read in January was Direbound by Sable Sorensen, and oh my god, that book, it definitely gives like the feelings when you read Fourth Wing for the first time. At least I had the same feelings. It was just like the high stakes, the trials, you're bonding to like a dangerous beast, you know, in this book is direwolves, fourth wings obviously dragons, but there's a secret to the castle that you kind of like figure out along the way, and like there's also a love triangle. I mean, kind of, but there's a lot of tension between the main, well, there's two main MMCs, I guess. The girl, but it follows this girl named Marin. She's a very powerful FMC. She lives in like the poor side of the city, but her sister goes missing and by these nabbers. So she thinks that she's like across seas, like by these nabbers, like where the war is taking place by these siphons, whatever. So she enlists herself into the army, but these bonding trials happen randomly. They don't get, like, obviously no one knows when they are until you basically put yourself into this army. Everyone has a chance to bond to a direwolf, but there's no guarantee that you will. Anyway, she signs up for the army to find her sister, and all of a sudden there's these bonding trials. She's like, well, I'm not going to bond to a wolf anyways. And turns out she bonds to this direwolf that refuses to communicate with her at all. So that is a problem during like the trials, because if you don't pass the trials with your direwolf, you will be banished from the pack, kind of thing. You figure out the secrets along the way. You kind of figure out where her sister is. You figure out these like the main male character and like the side character, and oh, it is so good. I highly recommend that one. And the slow burn was just fantastic during this. Like, you're just like on the edge of your toes. I couldn't put it down one night and I was like, oh my god, it's like 1 a.m. I have to work the next day. I need to go to bed, but I could not put it down for the life of me. I think this is going to be a trilogy, so 3 books will be out. I think the second one comes out, I think in May. I'm not sure. It's sometime this year. And then the third one, I don't know when that one comes out, obviously. But the next one I read was the second book to the Bloodwing Academy series, which is The Bond That Burns. I feel like if I read this book, like right away after I read the first one, I would have enjoyed it a little bit more. But I think since I gave it like, not a year, like at least a 9-month break in between, I didn't enjoy it as much. But it does end in a huge cliffhanger. But the first book follows this girl named Medra Pendragon. She falls from her own world to this different world. I've talked about this book so many times. But basically she is in this new world. Dragon riders are extinct. Dragons are like not a thing anymore. Like, they're gone. But she falls through this world and everyone is like, whoa, what's happening here? It's a world full of vampires. So she gets betrothed to this guy, and his uncle is, what? Of House Draco? I don't know the full, like... But she gets the betrothal of this guy, and like there is a cliffhanger at the end of the first one, cliffhanger at the end of the second one. I think the third one's gonna be the last book of the series. Anyways, so good. High stakes, slow burn. It's like enemies to lovers to enemies again, and the bullying romance in the beginning. Fantastic. So vampires, dragons, high stakes, academic setting. Amazing. But I rated that one 4 stars. But like I said, if I read it like back to back, I probably would have enjoyed it more. The book I read in January was Power Play by Chelsea Curto, which is the second book in the DC Star series. And let me tell you, I think this is my new favorite hockey romance. I love Playing for Keeps. That will always be my baby. Always. But this one, I think just the characters I love a lot more, I feel like. They're more like jokey and funny, and you know, they get along a little bit better. But the second one is about this girl who just got divorced from her husband, and she's trying to put herself out there, but obviously not a lot is like going on. And like she hasn't had sex with like a different, like she's only had sex with her husband. And so she's trying to like be better. So like when she does start dating again, she knows what she's doing, basically. So she basically takes this guy on the hockey team. She's also the reporter, the rinkside reporter. You know, everyone knows she just got divorced. He's always had a crush on her. She always thought he was like a good friend and funny, whatever. And he's like the very like black cat. Like, he does not talk to anyone. He refuses to talk on the air with anyone. He's like the big bad goalie, whatever. But she's like all like, oh my god, like she's the life of the party, you know. She asked this guy, she's like, okay, like, will you teach me how to do things, teach me how to do, you know not sex, but other things too, like oral. But because she thought she's never very good at it, but he takes her up on his offer, and they're just like, okay, we're only gonna do this once in a while, like no strings attached, blah blah blah, we'll start slow. And obviously slowly they start falling in love. And let me tell you, some of those descriptive scenes, like, it's not full intercourse or anything. But I was getting hot and bothered by these teaching lessons, you know? It is fantastic. I rated this book 4 stars. The characters, I love their growth. I love the ending and like how they kind of like came together in the end. Like always they're gonna get back together. And how he's protective of her and he opens up with her. I mean, it was repetitive. Like the scenes were repetitive. Like, okay, like you've been doing the same thing every time, every lesson. So let's step it up a notch, you know? But he wanted to take her time with her. Fuck off. So, and I'm also doing a reading vlog for Magnolia Parks series. I've read the first 2 books in January. So obviously the first one was Magnolia Parks, the first one. I rated this one 3.75 stars. It wasn't my favorite. I think I knew the book was gonna be about this toxic couple who are not together, but they're also together at the same time, but like it's an unspoken thing. Anyways, he did something bad. So they broke up. They've been in love since they were kids, okay? They've been dating for like God knows how many years. He did something bad. He cheats on her. They break up, but she's still in love with him. He's still in love with her. She dates other people to get back at him. He fucks other women to get back at her because he says he can, but they're both toxic. Like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I was getting so mad at the book. I was getting so mad. I'm just like, just fucking tell each other that you love each other. They sleep in their beds every night together. Like, they don't do anything, but they just sleep next to each other. The way he's like, how's the weather over there, Parks? Is kind of like him asking and her asking, like, what's your mood like? Is it stormy? Is it sunny? Like, are you happy? Whatever. Which I think that's really cute and cool, but I don't know. I wanted to slap the fuck out of these characters so badly. I mean, it wasn't bad by all means. I think I just wasn't connecting with them as much as I could. A lot of repetitiveness, and you figure out who he cheats on her with at the end, because like I should have guessed it at the end, at the end, like through the beginning, like who he cheats on her with, but I clearly was just blank space the whole time. The reading vlog will be up soon. Well, not soon. I took a break from reading it, but that one will be up. That one will be full spoilers. Obviously, I read Daisy Hates, which is the second book in the Magnolia Park series, and I rated this one 3.5 stars. I think I like the first one better. I don't know if I just didn't connect with Daisy and Christian altogether, but I liked how we got Julie and her brother in this series too. So it was triple POV. It was, like I said, Daisy, Christian, and Julian. Julian is Daisy's brother. Christian is the love interest, but Christian is in love with Magnolia Parks, and Daisy like is starting to like Christian, but her ex comes back in the picture, and she's like, oh, I would always love him, kind of thing. And it's like a lot of just like friends with benefits, them ignoring their feelings towards each other, because like he was like, oh, I'd never felt this way with Magnolia, but I feel it with Daisy, and vice versa. So I guess that's kind of what you take it. It takes place during the same time as Magnolia Park, which is nice because you kind of get like what you do meet Daisy in Magnolia Park's the first book, and you kind of see what she was thinking about when you meet her in Daisy or Magnolia. It's a whole thing, but it's during the same timeline. I think you have to read Magnolia Parks from first to the end. I don't think you can just read Daisy Hates. I don't think you just can read Magnolia Parks. I think everything just interconnects well together, if that makes sense. But yeah, I wasn't obsessed with the characters, but Christian's mouth, sorry, the words that come out of his mouth, it's just on another level. I'm like, hot diggity damn dog. And then the final book I read in January was DC Stars 3, which is Slapshot, which is about a golden retriever hockey player, and he's looking for a private chef. Okay, this lady comes along, she loses her job, she's a chef, very good at it too, and she moves her whole life to DC to become this guy's private chef. Okay, and he's like, okay, great, you cook amazing food, and she's trying to find her own place, and he lets her and her daughter live with them. I love these characters so much. I think I rated this one 4 stars as well. I don't think it was my favorite. I think I rated the first one 5 stars. Face Off, yeah, that one was good. Maverick Miller, hell yeah. But her and her daughter moved to DC. They live with the guy, and basically they start slowly falling in love with each other. Like they start doing things together, and he's like, oh, I'll take care of your daughter, you can go out and have a girls' night, whatever. And it's just slowly works like that. But the problem is she's not ready to date someone because of her ex-husband who left her and her daughter basically soon after she was born because she was different. Her daughter is deaf, okay? She was born deaf. And the husband's like, I can't deal with a child that's different. I wanted to slap the fuck out of that bitch, okay? Holy fucking shit. I'm just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's not cool, bro. But anyways, like, this guy literally learned sign language for her daughter, and I melted so hard. I cried, which, yeah, it's so good. I think, yeah, I rated this one 4 stars, I think, too. Right? I rated it on my Fable. I didn't rate it on Goodreads. I rated this one 3.75 stars. So clearly I did not like it as much as the Power Play one. The book series is so good though. Like, I will buy all the copies and I will keep them because I love a good hockey romance. Are you fucking kidding me? Who doesn't? I just love the Found Family in the hockey books and like Found Family like in every single series like standalone because it's just so good. But currently I'm reading Sinners Condemned by Summer. I don't know how you say her first name, but yeah, I'm gonna try to finish it tonight. It's a mafia. I'm trying to get back into, like, trying to get into mafia, but it's not really working too well. But that's okay. I'm gonna edit more of my Empyrean vlog and yeah, go from there. But I hope you enjoyed, daddies, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully the next video will be the Empyrean reading vlog, but I can't guarantee what that will be. When that will be. So, bye, daddies. I love you, and go read a book.